Before we get today's video started, I just wanted to say a big thank you to Tacomabeast because they're the ones sponsoring today's video. If you haven't checked them out, please check them out. They'll be in the description box below. Tacomabeast is your one-stop shop for literally anything for your Tacoma. Believe me, like I said, pause this video, go check them out in the description box below and you'll see what I'm talking about. They have anything from exterior, interior, lighting, accessories, swag, sound system, portable water supply, recovery gear, performance. Like I said, literally anything. Go check them out. Let's go ahead and get into the video. What's up, you guys? Welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're going to be doing the fog pod light install. I know I've been saying this for like 2 weeks now that I was going to do the install, but it's finally here. So I'm going to show you exactly how to install it, what tools you need, and pretty much I'm going to show you at the end of this video how it looks when it's turned on. Of course, you can't just slide this in there and expect it to stay. So like I said, I'm going to show you exactly how to install this onto your truck. So let's go ahead and get into the video and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what you need to do this fog replacement install. We have the 2x2 pods from Tacomabeast. The box is really nice. It is a 3-inch 20 watt, just in case any of you guys were wondering. Everything will be in the description box below. Next, you're going to need the fog light replacement brackets. So here they are. These, you could also find them on Tacomabeast. So like I said, links in the description box below. And then these are pretty much the harnesses. What this does, it allows the pods to plug in here, and then this pretty much connects straight to your fog light harness. So it makes it for a plug and play. No need to splice wires, cut wires, nothing like that. So it's just going to be an easy install for anybody to do. So for this install, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, a 10mm socket, a 3/8 inch drill bit, of course, a drill. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with the left driver's side. I'm going to show you exactly how to remove the stock fog light. So like I said, we're on the left driver's side right now. So we're going to pretty much take off this wheel well. Go ahead and start from this bolt here. I'm going to zoom out so you can see which one I'm talking about. So it's going to be this bolt. This one, it's going to be a 10mm socket. And then if you move down here, right there, also 10mm socket. And then you're going to notice here, there's one clip there. That's pretty much with the flathead screwdriver. All you got to do is turn it 90 degrees and it will pop off. Once you've removed those three, you want to go ahead and move under the truck here. You're going to notice a silver bolt. That's also a 10mm socket. You got to remove that as well. And then you're going to notice a black one down here. That's also a 10mm socket. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those and you'll see how far the fender liner moves back. You don't need to remove this whole fender liner the whole way. That's why I'm only removing half of it, just so you can get your hand inside of here. So let's go ahead and get into it and I'll show you how it's done. So 10mm socket. If you do decide to remove the whole fender well, there's just more 10mm bolts all around the fender well. So that will allow you to remove it. But of course, it's not necessary. 1, 2, flathead screwdriver, turn it 90 degrees, pop it off, just like that. After that, you move under the truck, you're going to notice a silver bolt. It's also a 10mm. You can go ahead and remove that one. It's a really long one, so don't trip out. It's going to take a little while to remove, but it's pretty long. And there it is. And one more 10mm. At the end of this, you should have 3 black bolts, 1 silver one, and 1 push clip that was with your flathead screwdriver. Alright, so here, like I said, we're not going to remove the whole thing. We're just going to push it to the side. That way we could get inside. So pretty much what I did was push it in. Put your fingers in there. Pop it off. Okay, all you really need is this much room. Alright, so as you can tell, I don't have it pushed back all the way, just a little bit to be able to get my hand in there. And the reason why, so as you can tell, here's the bulb. So of course mine are LED, so it looks a little differently, but this is originally where your halogen bulb would be. So all you gotta do is grab it, turn it to your left, and you're gonna notice it stops. Once it stops, just pull back and you remove the bulb. Once you've done that, So you're gonna notice the harness here that's connected to the LED and the stock harness of the truck. So all you gotta do is, it has a push clip here. I know it's a bit hard to see, but you'll see it in person. There's a little push clip, so push it down and it removes. So here's your stock. It would be your stock halogen or LED if you have LEDs like me. So you put that to the side. So up next, if you could see, there's a little chrome silver bolt right there. So all that is a Phillips head screwdriver. You want to go ahead and remove that. So you get your Phillips head screwdriver in there. You remove it. Essentially what we're doing here is we're gonna pretty much remove this whole stock fog light housing. So once you remove that bolt, you can go ahead and remove the housing. So let's go ahead and take the stock fog light housing out. Just for comparison reasons, this is the stock fog light that we just removed, well, the housing, and this is going to be your new Tacomabeast fog light pod. Alright, so now that we removed the fog light housing, all we got to do is remove this. It pretty much pops off. You just got to work your way around it. It's all clips, nothing too hard. Okay, there it is. So if you're gonna one day put your fog lights back in for whatever reason, you can, so I would suggest saving this. So up next, you're gonna go ahead and get your 3/8 Build-Rit. Don't get scared, we are gonna make a hole. It's gonna be right here in this section. Even though we make this hole, if you ever decide to go back to your stock lights, whether you're gonna sell your truck or anything like that, doesn't really matter what, but if you wanna ever go back to your stock fog light housing, this hole that we're about to drill has nothing to do with you being able to reinstall your fog lights back. Just grab your new bracket for the fog lights and you're gonna notice there's a bolt coming out of here. All you gotta do is pretty much insert it and kind of see where it's gonna go. And you could always use like a little marker or something to mark it and then take it off, and that's where you drill your hole. Super simple and nothing too hard. Alright, it makes it really simple because it is plastic, so it cuts through it really easily. So now that we drilled the hole onto the bumper of the truck, now we're going to go ahead and install the pod lights onto the brackets. Inside the box, here's the pod. It comes with the bracket. We're not going to need it. This is only if you're installing them for your ditch lights or on something like that. So we'll go ahead and put this to the side. And inside, you're going to see the hardware. We are going to need the bolts, so save those. Let's go ahead and grab our bracket, put the wire through. Once we put the wire through, you're going to notice there's a bracket there and the bracket there. So you're going to insert it into this first line and insert it into this other first line. So just like that. Make sure your Tacomabeast logo is of course faced to the top, and then you go ahead and push in. So once you've put some pressure into it, that way the light could insert into the bracket. You can see the back side here. So it went into this first slot for this side, and it went into this first slot for this side. So once you have it in this position, like I said, make sure your Tacomabeast is facing to the top, so that way when you go to install it, this is not backwards. So now you just turn it to its side here. You grab the hardware provided. You're gonna see there's a Allen key. You're gonna need that, and you're gonna need the two small bolts. I'll admit this is probably the hardest part of the whole installation. So here's the bolt and there's the nut. I just slid it in there. So pretty much what you got to do here is line up the bolt. You can see the nut popping up. Just got to line the two up and then go ahead and tighten it up. Okay, there you go. Just tightening. In this part you don't have to tighten it all the way, because you do want to turn these on at night and pretty much point them where you want them. You don't want them blinding people or nothing, so just point it in the direction you need it. It's easy to maneuver these. Once you find your spot that you really want them in, then you go ahead and tighten them nice and tight, and that way they don't fly out. So that's essentially how it's going to look. So let's go ahead and install these onto the truck. Alright, so we're still working on the left side. So as you can tell, we got it all installed nice and neat. So you just go ahead and grab this wire, tuck it inside for now. Alright, so as you can see, there's a little tab here. So this little tab here is going to insert to the hole on this side. So you got to insert it, and you're going to notice the bolt sticking out, which is the reason why we drilled this hole. So you go ahead and push in just like that. So of course we're not done yet, but this is pretty much how it's gonna look. So up next, you're gonna go ahead and grab your hardware, which came with the bracket. It came provided. So you go ahead, it's a washer and it's a bolt. So pretty much where we're gonna put these are on the bolt that just went in. I'll go ahead and show you from the back so you see what I'm talking about. So now that we're inside the fender well, you're gonna go ahead and see this bolt. Pretty much that's where we did the hole. It's the bolt that's pretty much coming in from the bracket. So now we're gonna go ahead and put the washer, and then after putting the washer, we're gonna go ahead and put the nut. So washers first. Slide it over. Now your nut. And you just want to go ahead and tighten that right there. And just an FYI, the bolt that's right there that we just currently installed, that's a 15mm socket. So just in case you want to use a wrench to go ahead and wrench that down. But yeah, the bracket's solid, it ain't going nowhere. There's your pod. Alright, so now that we put the bolt and the washer onto the housing, that way this stays in place. Now you want to go ahead and get the wire that's coming out of your pod. Bring it out a little. So it's pretty much here. And if you remember, I told you have to pick up this adapter. Pretty much what this adapter does is connects to the pod. Once you've connected it to the pod, then you'll notice this pretty much looks like your stock factory harness. Your stock factory harness for the fog light, and pretty much connect the two. So that's what the adapter's for. It allows you to connect the pod lights to the fog light harness. So pretty much this is how it should look. So this wire here is the one connected to the pod. This middle wire here is pretty much the harness adapter. Goes from the pod to the stock factory wire harness for the fog lights. Now that you got it all connected, before putting everything back together, you want to go ahead and test it out and make sure this works and you don't have to flip any wires or stuff like that. Alright, so now that you pretty much installed everything from the back, which included the bolt and the wire harness adapter, and connected all that together, zip tied it. So now all you have to do is pretty much put the fender liner back. And once you've done that, of course, look at the beauty now. Now you just got to do the same exact steps to the opposite side, which is the passenger side is next. Once I do that, I'll go ahead and show you a night view and give you cool cinematic shots. So like I said, once you installed all the wiring and all that, just reinstall your fender liner. Same bolts that came off are the same bolts that go back on. So now that's how it looks on. I know you're not gonna get a good picture of it like that. I still will show you at night, so that way you guys get a better picture. But I mean, check this combo out. Go pick up your Tacomabeast headlights as well. Like I said, the links to them will be in the description box below. So it looks really good. You are going to get a night view, of course, of both of them. Alright, that's how it looks off, just so you get a better picture. Tacomabeast. And then this is how the stock one would look. Of course, this is going to be a lot better when you're out on those trails at night. Seriously, it is a good combination. These with the Tacomabeast headlights. Even if you don't want to go pick this up, go check their website out. It's in the description box. Go see, maybe you like something for your Tacoma. Like I said, they have a bunch of stuff. Go check it out. Alright, so now that I have the left driver's side done, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the right passenger side. I'm not going to really explain anything on this one. I'm just going to let you guys see what I'm doing. But it's exactly the same steps that we did on the left side. So there's literally nothing different. It's exactly the same steps. So now I'll go ahead and do a quick time lapse of this side. And then, like I said, I'll show you guys the night view. So it is going to be a little hard to see, but right now I just have my headlights for the DRLs on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the fog lights. Alright, so that's with the fog lights. So as you can tell, it goes a really far distance. In person it's a lot brighter, it's a little bit wider in person. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the headlights. Alright, so it definitely does help. It's a good combination. Like I said, in person it is of course a lot brighter, a lot nicer. So I'll go ahead and get up close. Alright, so of course those are the TACOMEBEAST headlights if you want to pick them up. And then there's the pods for the fog lights. So like I said, it looks really good. I'll go ahead and do it one more time. I'm going to go ahead and turn them off and then turn them back on. Alright, so there's just the DRLs. There's with the fog lights. I know it's a bit blurry, it's kind of hard to see it. So there it is. And then there's with the headlights. DRLs, fogs, headlights. So like I said, in person it is a lot brighter. You definitely are going to see a lot more with these. So if you're out on those trails at night, they definitely will help. They're on a budget price, so if you want to check them out, stay tuned. I got a message for you guys in the next clip. Alright, so once again, thank you to TACOMEBEAST for sponsoring today's video. If you can, please check them out in the description box below if you haven't yet. If you have a Tacoma, I say you purchase everything through them. The only reason why is because, like I said, they're a one-stop shop for your Tacoma. You could literally find anything for it. I'm not just saying that, I'm being truly honest. Go check them out and you'll see what I'm talking about. I hope you guys enjoyed it the way it looked at night. I really did. So now I have the TACOMEBEAST fog lights and the headlights. So I think it's a really good combo, especially with the TRD Pro grill. So if you want to go ahead and purchase any of this, it's also in the description box below. So go check it out, go check the pricings, go purchase it, let me know what you think. If you guys like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.